What's up, everybody? Pedro here, lead trainer at LiftScript. Welcome to another episode of Form Fix. If you're joining us for the first time, in these segments, we go over our last topic of our last blog post and bring that information in here and go a little bit more in depth with it so you can learn how to analyze your own form and how to fix any errors you may see. Today, we'll be going over some common errors you might see, such as knee caving and possibly not being able to go into full depth, and how to analyze if you have some core instability. Also, be going over some different types of barbell squats and what proper squat should look like. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Otherwise, let's get this video rolling.
So one of the biggest errors we'll see in a squat is knee valgus, or caving in of the knee. Biggest issue here could be that you could have weak glutes, or those abductors, should I say, would be a lot stronger than those adductors that really cause your knee to pull in. So they're not really resisting as much. So as you can see in this video, as it goes down, the knee caves in, but it can also do it when you're coming up in a squat. They could cave in. So it really depends where it is, especially if you're not activating your glutes correctly. It could be a really big thing too. So really making sure that knee valgus is really fixed. We'll kind of go over some form corrections after we go over these few errors. Next error that we commonly see is excessive lean forward and also not being able to go into full depth in the squat. So this could be two things. Could be the lean forward, could be definitely core stability, and not being able to go in depth. A lot of the leading cause is the limited dorsiflexion of the ankle, or minimizing that angle between the shin and the foot. So that limits you when going down into depth. So when we're looking at this, what we like to do is put a board under the foot and then kind of see whether it's whether it's a dorsiflexion or the core instability. So if we put the board, you're able to go into a lot of depth and stay relatively upright. It's the dorsiflexion. If you are unable to keep that torso upright while going down with the board under your heels, then it's a little bit of both. So we want to make sure we're programming core stability exercises at all times to make sure we're improving all these errors. So now that we addressed some common errors, let's go ahead and address how we're going to fix those. For the knee valgus, which is the biggest thing, as you see in this video, is a big form fix. What we suggest is screwing your legs into the floor, or feet into the floor, or even spreading the feet. You might hear a few different cues. I don't like to say push knees out because that might adjust it a little too much, but really screwing those feet into the ground will help promote those to push the knees outwards and not cave in, and it really engages those glutes. Another issue, if you're still having the same problem, another thing we'd suggest is putting a mini band around the legs right above the knees and focus on pushing those knees into the band as you go into the squat. And that's a huge form fix and will really help improve those squats of yours. So here shows a squat in complete form using that technique of screwing the feet into the ground. A little bit in slow motion here, but it kind of looks like I'm pushing my knees forward, but I'm kind of more screwing it into the ground. You initiate the lift by throwing the knees forward and sitting back on your hips at the same time to really come down in a proper squat. And as you can see, no knee cave or anything like that. So really screwing those feet in will really help that. If you have to use the mini band just to warm up and get a feeling of how it's supposed to be done, definitely suggest doing so. So here's a sagittal or side view of that same squat. A few more things that we look at, especially on the side, very important view here. We want to make sure that barbell is staying between the middle of your feet. It's not a great angle here as far as video goes, not in line with the barbell, but it is relatively staying at midfoot. That is pretty much your center of gravity. Also, if you read the blog post last week, you want to know that the shin and your torso should be relatively the same angle, pretty much parallel of each other, even if it's off by a little bit, not bad. But obviously excessive leaning forward or anything like that can show you have a little bit of core instability. But making sure you're staying tight in your lats, all that stuff, and really promote a big chest will help you stay a little bit more upright in that squat. To address core instability, front squats are a great way of addressing that. You see that here. It really promotes a little bit of a taller torso when going into the squat. You don't have that much lean just because the barbell is in the front aspect of your body. So it really helps promote a more upright position, and really excellent if you have some core instability to work on. Obviously you can use that with dumbbells and kettlebells as well, putting it more in front than behind a little bit.
So that concludes another episode of Form Fix. If you haven't checked us out yet, come check us out at LiftScript. We give completely research-backed exercise prescription programming for you to achieve all your goals. We have 8-week to 16-week programming. If you're not interested in committing that long, we have a month-to-month subscription where we have 3, 4, and 5 day a week programs for 4 weeks at a time. It's monthly payment each month. And basically, if you're looking to just get moving and want some structure in your workouts, this is the thing for you. So definitely check us out at LiftScript. Anybody can come in, whether you're a seasoned athlete or anything like that. Our coaches are fully prepared and have our background in exercise science to give you safe, effective workouts that will work for your goals. So what are you waiting for? Come check us out at LiftScript.